I see the spirit in the sky when northern lights are dancing. KEiiNO, KEiiNO, they are from Norway. And they've had their first rehearsal at Eurovision 2019. Shall we talk about it? Let's do this! See if you have any relatives who lived under the Northern Lights by visiting my heritage. In any case, KEiiNO have had their first rehearsal. Vocally, this was on point, honeys. I've got to say, Alexandra, every time she sings, I get chills. This starts off in total darkness, and they show Tom. He's wearing some kind of like black, badass, studded uniform. He looks like, I don't know, a futuristic space warrior. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
I was saying, yeah, space warriors.
Just dark and fabulous, and then it cuts to Alexandra, but not dead center. Like she's kind of in the lower right or lower left of the screen. Very nice hair. Yeah, it was very pleasant. I don't know how else to describe the opening. I was surprised there's less light. It's very dark, and when in a song discussing northern lights and spirit animals, I just expected more color. And yeah, they're also wearing black amid all the black, and so I was slightly disappointed in that sense, because at the national final they had at least green accents, and I didn't see any of that today. The northern lights were just a bit dim, and I wanted them to be brighter. But listen, perhaps that's coming in the next rehearsal. I hope so, because this song deserves bold staging. I think it's cleaner and tighter than at the national selection. So that's a step forward. Color-wise, though, I was slightly let down.
You found darkness, I found spiritualism. This is about, for me, those long, dark Norwegian winters in the far north where you can see the northern lights. We only get a few hours of daylight a day, and that is the light that brightens up. I will also say, it was a really curious kind of contradiction that somehow Norway at once managed to make probably the best use of the full real estate of the stage in terms of spreading people out. They are, I think, actually the only countries so far we've seen use the catwalk. Tom and Fred start out right at the front of the stage, Alexandra's the back. And yet also at times some of the shots made it look like it's just, it is just the real on stage, but they looked very small. And I don't really understand how they can achieve both effects during the same performance. What I will say is this had moments of magic. There's a real bewitching spirituality to it, but also I just think Alexandra and Tom have fantastic chemistry. Fred, during the bridge when he gets to the King, they've managed to make that into a magical moment with Pyro. He's lit from the top in blue. That communicates kind of the spirituality of the King and what's going on there. I just think there's some elements they need to tighten up here, but camera work-wise, this is actually, for me, a lot better than the national final. They've made it tighter, they've made it mystical, they made it magical. They just need to get rid of those shots where it's kind of pans out almost too much, and it just like it's through on stage and gets a bit staticky.
They're swallowed by the stage when it pans out. Yeah. And you want to keep them focused because they all have great faces and they look so different from each other.
Yeah, there's too many wide pans and then it's black on black and it's too dark. It is too dark for those moments. But I like the backdrop, which has sort of like a pixelated tundra with the northern lights going through it. You know, I was getting really into the spirit of it, and I was just on land. I wasn't even in the sky for this. I thought it was I enjoyed it so much more than I did the MGP performance. I was just singing along the entire time, and I think that it's a very simple, catchy song at the end of the day, and they've given their chances a much better shot having changed what they had at MGP, because this is in there with a chance now. I know that the big term is that this is the quote-unquote fan wank of the year, but I don't know whether it really is that. I think it's just enjoyable, cheesy, a bit of Euroslice pop, even with a touch of Schlager in there in a way at times. And then you have that traditional element. Jurors will vote for this. Televoters will vote for this. Will there be enough to get them through over the finishing line? I'm not sure, but Norway and Sweden are both in the semi-final, which you have to remember. Sweden have to give their points to another Scandinavian country in some way or another, I'd imagine. So are they more likely to do Denmark or Norway? You have a large Sami population, I think he's in Sami.
Yeah, they're spread out over Scandinavia.
So, you know, that is a chance that audience will vote for that. Who knows? But I can see good things for Norway.
I must say, the stage looked bigger for this performance than with any other act, and I think it's because of those pans. And it's weird because I have 3 people, and so, you know, there's some solo artists in the stage. I don't know, I just feel like the stage needs to feel less big, and they need to be in sharper focus.
I will say for the first minute, though, they actually nailed the whole great use of the stage, because it starts out with Tom at the front, you cut back to Alexandra, it goes to Fred, it moves around, and the 3 of them, it does feel like a witch's coven or something. There's kind of some spiritual spell casting going on. And also, we should point out, in the free runs, they added more and more colours, an orange, a blue, and a green, which is the Northern Light theme coming through more strongly. So I think really the piece for this is add in more of those colours, because the night to me makes sense. It is meant to be those long Norwegian winter nights. It just needs the Northern Light colours to come through more. This has magical moments. We want to be witched the entire time.
Can I just clarify one thing? I only saw the first run through. So in subsequent run throughs, was there more color? Was there more?
Yes, there was. There was more
Especially
green.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there was a lot more green, especially in the early bits. And then like the big orange light at the end was pretty more obvious. And the pyro helped.
Okay,
There were a lot of good things. My only concern is I'm saying that pretty much everything is qualifying right now, and I know that a lot of people have been pointing this out online.
This day was so much stronger than any other day we've had.
Oh, I even thought yesterday was really strong.
This
I
whole
only just
semi-final.
liked one.
You could make
The
a
entire
case for pretty much every single act we've seen.
Yeah.
In any case, that's what we think. What
do
do
you
you think?
think?
Are you loving KEiiNO's chances to qualify for the grand final? Do you think the Northern Lights will still be dancing come Friday morning? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below.
And you can catch us on the live stream every day reviewing all the rehearsals, and follow us on social media at wiwibloggs and our personal channels if you want a window into our Eurovision experiences.
And find out if you have any Norwegian in you by visiting My Heritage. We'll see you later. Bye!